Confusion washed over me as I questioned the source and significance of this sudden urge to swim. Why did I feel compelled to do so? Was there a hidden clue or message emanating from the floating ball of light or the flourishing flowers by the spring water? Or was it simply a gut feeling, an intuition that defied rational explanation? Try as I might to dismiss this notion and seek an alternative route, there wasn't one. It seemed like swimming was not only possible but necessary if I was to even hope to find Sarah at all. It was a test, a leap of faith, if you will. So despite the inexplainable nature of the thought, I made up my mind. I resolved to trust this inexplicable intuition and embrace the unknown that lay beneath the shimmering surface of the freshwater spring. With a wary heart, I prepared myself for the cold water, hoping that the answer to finding my sister resided in the depths that awaited me. With cautious steps, I gingerly maneuvered around the vibrant cluster of flowers, ensuring not to crush their delicate petals. Each step felt like a careful dance, a dance of respect for the natural beauty that surrounded me. Finally reaching the water's edge, I took a deep breath, preparing myself for the plunge. As my body made contact with the crystal clear water, a jolt of coldness shot through me, causing me to gasp involuntarily. The sensation was momentarily overwhelming, but I refused to let it deter me. I focused on regulating my breathing, allowing my body to adjust to the chilly temperature. Floating on my back, my gaze fixated on the mesmerizing ball of light above me. Its radiant glow seemed to penetrate deep into my being, filling me with a mixture of confusion and warmth. The questions swirled in my mind, demanding answers that were yet to reveal themselves. What was the nature of this ball of light? Why was it even here, lighting up this hidden corner of the world? Drifting in the water's embrace, I allowed the gentle movement to lull my worries and uncertainties for a moment. The cool water caressed my skin, providing a soothing sensation that contrasted with the deep-seated questions gnawing at my soul. I closed my eyes briefly, allowing the weight of my concerns to momentarily subside. Whatever the truth may be, I was ready to face it head-on, even amidst the confusion and worry that swirled within me. My sister's well-being depended on it, and that was reason enough for me to press forward into the unknown. But when it comes to me now, I'm more confused than I've ever been in my life. As I opened my eyes, a perplexity instantly washed over me. Gone was the serene cave, the water, the ball of light. Instead, I found myself submerged in a large bathtub, the sterile emptiness of the bathroom surrounding me. Panic began to well up within me, and I struggled to comprehend how I had transitioned from one location to another so abruptly, yet again. I sat up, my heart pounding, my mind desperate for any answers at all. Had it all been a dream? Was I hallucinating, or had I really been transported here for some kind of purpose I could not fathom? Taking a breath, I steadied my racing thoughts. I had come this far, and even though the situation had taken a disorienting turn yet again, I couldn't allow myself to waver. There had to be a reason for the sudden shifts. Examining my surroundings, I searched for any signs or symbols that might offer insight to my predicament. The walls were bare, devoid of any decoration or indication of where I might be. The absence of any personal belongings suggested that this place was either abandoned or unfamiliar to me. Struggling to make sense of this peculiar situation, I pondered the significance of being submerged in water again, albeit in a completely different context. Was it a metaphorical continuation of my search? A reminder to remain adaptable? Or could it be a hint that the answers I sought lay submerged within the depths of my own consciousness? Shaking off the bewilderment, I decided to approach this unexpected turn of events with the same determination as before. Though the setting had shifted, The core objective remained unchanged. I couldn't allow myself to be deterred by the whims of fate or the enigmatic circumstances that surrounded me. I would explore this new environment, search for clues, and press forward in my quest for answers. I stepped out of the bathroom and into a hallway, where I noticed that it was lined with paintings, each depicting a different person. Some were vibrant and cheerful, while others carried an air of melancholy or mystery. It was as if the hallway was a gallery of diverse emotions and untold stories. Amongst them, I still couldn't help but be drawn to my sister's painting. Her eyes reflecting an underlying fear and sadness. But now, surrounded by these other portrayals, I couldn't help but wonder about the individuals they represented. What were their stories? What truths did their images hold? What was happening? As I walked past each painting, I observed the subtleties of colors, strokes, and expressions, seeking clues hidden within the artist's vision. Some paintings appeared to reveal snippets of cherished memories, while others hinted at the burdens borne by those portrayed. Time seemed to lose its hold as I immersed myself in the hallway's gallery of emotions. I could almost hear the voices of the individuals captured in the artwork, their silent pleas and unspoken truths begging to be heard. I felt a profound sense of connection with these strangers, as if their stories intertwined with mine in ways I couldn't yet comprehend. Before I even realized, my clothes had dried from my swim earlier. Determined to honor their unspoken truths, I resolved to remember each painting, each face, each brushstroke described in my mind. I carried their essence with me as I continued forward, propelled not just by the mystery surrounding my sister's disappearance, but also by my newfound empathy for these nameless souls immortalized on canvas. No longer burdened by the weight of wet clothes, I pressed on, using the memories of those paintings to fuel me. Their encoded messages surged through my veins, empowering me to face whatever I thought lay ahead of me. With each step, I delved further into the uncharted territories of truth, guided by the stories whispered through paint and color. The hallway became a beacon, offering glimpses into hidden depths of existence, and I pledged to honor their voices and unravel whatever it was that bound us all together. Did all of these people go through the same thing I did? I came up to a door at the end of the hallway. With a surge of anticipation, I reached out and turned the doorknob, opening it slowly. The sight before me stunned me. An old library, untouched by time, greeted my eyes. Cobwebs clung to the shelves, and thick layers of dust covered almost every surface. It was as if I had stumbled upon a forgotten treasure trove of knowledge. Intrigued, I stepped forward, cautiously treading on the worn wooden floor. The air was filled with the faint scent of musty pages, a reminder of the countless stories waiting to be discovered. As I scanned the room, my gaze suddenly locked onto a solitary figure standing in the corner. A brand new office chair. Its shiny black leather, untouched by the passage of years, stood in stark contrast to the antiquity that surrounded it. Wheels adorned its sturdy legs, as if it were ready to roll through the confines of this forgotten library. The sight of it beckoned me closer, drawing me in with an irresistible allure. Unable to resist, I approached the chair, my fingers gently caressing the smooth surface. I marveled at its pristine condition, wondering how it had remained untouched amidst the decay and neglect. I didn't have time to sit down, though, even though it was almost irresistible not to. I set out on a task. I reached for the closest bookshelf first, my fingers tracing the faded labels. As I wiped away the years of grime, the words slowly emerged, revealing the 8 categories nestled within the shelves. The sight of those labels filled me with both intrigue and hope. Each one held the potential of providing a vital clue to where I even was. My fingertips moved carefully, ensuring every corner was free from residue. One by one, the categories became visible, offering a tantalizing glimpse into the breadth of knowledge contained within this forgotten place. But it was the mythology section that caught my attention. The label seemed to call out to me, promising me hidden answers and elusive truths. It was here, among the tales of old gods and mythical creatures, that I believed I would find the information I needed. As strange as it seemed, I possessed an innate understanding of this library, despite never having set foot inside of it before. The unexplainable connection guided me, as if the books whispered their secrets into my ear, just like the paintings, just like the cave. I knew precisely which book to seek, the one that held the key to uncovering the truth about this mysterious location I found myself in. Having wiped clean all the labels, I stepped back to admire my work. The rows of neatly revealed categories stood before me, a silent testament to my determination. I took a deep breath, my gaze fixed upon the shelves. And with an unwavering faith in my instinct, I was ready to search. With a sense of urgency, I strode over to the shelf dedicated to mythology, my hand gliding along the spines of various ancient volumes. And then I spotted it, seemingly hidden amongst its companions. An ancient, dark green book that emanated an otherworldly aura. My fingers trembled as I grasped the book, its weight heavy as if laden with secrets. As I pulled it out, a shiver coursed down my spine. The face of the book was adorned with a macabre depiction of a terrifying god, its presence almost palpable. The god seemed to reside over the lives of mortals, a wicked grin etched across its face, revealing a cunning and deceitful nature. Fear gnawed at my core as I turned the book around, searching for a title, but to no avail. It was as if this specific volume wanted to remain a secret, its facts reserved only for those who dared to seek them. With an elongated breath, I clutched the book closer to my chest, its ancient pages crackling faintly beneath my touch. Whatever lay within its depths, I knew it held the potential to change my circumstances. As I opened the book, a sense of wild anticipation filled me, as if I were about to witness something impossible. I thought this library would hold the answers I longed for. But, to my dismay, the pages before me were blank. I'm sorry, Sarah.